Okay, that's where I'm at for now. I didn't mix quite enough to get all the bits, but it's okay because the next step will deal with that. But I'm going to leave that drying for a little bit while I work on these. The worms are, I think they're close enough to being dry. And I put a tiny dot on the spider, a red, but it went on the wrong, well, maybe not. I was going to say it went at the wrong spot, but whatever. So yeah, that still isn't dry, but it's drier than it was earlier. But yeah, these are good to go. So I need to mix their color. Hopefully you can see. You won't be able to see me mix the color, I don't think. So, tiny bit of red, hint of yellow ochre, portrait pink, touch of blue, so I have this color so far, and I'm going to add a hint of white to that. And say that I'm happy enough with that for the base coat. So I'm going to paint them. This brush. So, just gonna do that base coat and be back. Okay, so now I'm gonna mix some portrait pink in the leftover of the base color and a little bit of what is that one called? Burnt umber. And a hint of white that has a little bit of gray left in it from the mask, from the zombie. Okay, and then I'm going to sort of a dry brush, but Next I'm going to put more of the burnt umber and a little bit more of the portrait pink and a hint of red. And this color I'm just going to sort of randomly do that with. And I'm going to leave that to dry and say that's good enough. Now, what's left of them colors, I'm going to place randomly on, I'm going to put randomly on the zombie. Mostly so that I don't waste the paint. And to add more to it. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit longer and then I'll be back. Okay, I've decided that I want to do a little bit more to the worms. I'm mixing some blue, a hint of red, tiny hint of black, and a little bit of white. more gray than it is, so mixing some black and white into that same color. Stick to blue or lavender or whatever color that is. Now once that's dry a little bit, I'm going to add some gloss medium because I want them to look slimy or wet or something. I'm going to mix some raw umber, burnt umber, red, hint of black, and go in and do these parts that I had done before, putting the grayish color. And I'm using a brush that I don't care what happens to it really. I mean, I don't want to ruin it on purpose, but and be able to, oops, I will be able to stipple and stuff like that to get into the nooks and crannies if I need to. Put some areas darker than others, but that's just like the first coat. There will be lots of different layers. And if I run out of this mixture, I'll remix it, so it probably won't be identical, but that's okay. But this dark reddish brown color I especially want in the areas that look like little wounds or gashes or whatever. Which is actually pretty much the whole thing, but So anyway, keep applying that and be back once I'm ready for the next step. Okay, that's where I'm at so far. And the battery's flashing at me. And the other one isn't ready, but I'll just keep going. Okay, so okay, guess we're good to go. Still not dry, but probably dry enough. So those things are just bits that I'm not going to end up using. Okay, so red, burnt umber mixture, and that's about it actually. Okay, it's too red, but I'll just do the coat. Doesn't really matter about the bottom because I'm gonna glue it on so that you don't really see it, but just in case. Okay, now I'm going to put more burnt umber and a little bit of portrait pink. There we go, that's closer. Try to coat the legs good because they might show. But I'm not going to worry too much about that part that isn't quite dry yet. This guy's tricky to get covered. But I'm going to say that's good enough. But like the worms, I'm going to put a coat of glossy accents or something like that on it once it's dry. I didn't do the worms yet, so I'll do them at the same time. Oh, missed a spot. Okay, back to this guy. I'm going to use some of that to... Okay, what do I want to do next? I want to... I'm going to put a little bit of yellow I think that's too high up actually for teeth, so... But I'm going to put a little bit of... Okay, so that was yellow ochre mixed with white. And now I'm going to put a little bit of white without cleaning my brush. And then I'm going to mix some more red and burnt umber and black, make it dark. And no, okay, I was going to say I was going to grab some of the blue, but it's dry, but that's okay, I don't need it yet. And I'm just going to tap some of this in there. Okay, put more black in there. Because it's too close to the same color. There we go. Like I said, we're going to be putting a lot of layers, and a lot of the time it's probably going to seem to you like, well, what did you put that color down for if you're just going to cover it up? But it's because I'm just kind of going intuitively, and I'm not really sure exactly what I want until I get there. So but every layer will show at least a little bit in some way, so it's still worth doing. A lot of dry brushing type of stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna do that same color, but first, hold on. Let me think what I want to do here. Want some more blue. Do I want that under or over? Decisions. Okay, I need more red. Sorry, I'm just mixing another batch of color here because I ran out. Okay, that'll do. I'm gonna put that on the lips. Dab some in there. Some more of the more reddish around the eye sockets. Try to hide any white areas, but that's impossible to get it all, but that's okay. Okay, now black. Okay, I'm gonna mix some blue in with the darker brownish reddish color. Put a little bit of black in it. That's more than a little bit, and it doesn't look blue anymore. So I'm gonna add more blue. Yeah, that's better. Okay. A little bit of white. Okay, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to kind of blend it in there and come back to that after a bit. Okay, back to the dark reddish brown color for some spots that I've just noticed that I want like that. pinkish color. Okay, now I need some red that is less, some brighter red, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I keep forgetting that I have a light right up in right up above my head there, and keep bumping into it. And this is how we look so far. Okay, I think it needed to dry just a little bit. So I'm gonna put that, I think I'm just gonna do gloss medium on it. On the worms and whatever bug that is. Not really a bug, but creepy crawly. Okay, need a new brush for that. Do I have any left that I don't mind what happens to them? This one's a good one for that, I think. Probably don't need to worry about bottom too much. Except in an area like that where it might show a little bit. Might throw a little bit of that on the spider too. At least on its top. So depending on what? Let me rephrase that. When I'm closer to happy with the way the coloring looks on the zombie, I will probably add some gloss medium to some of the areas, just to make it look wet and oozy or something, but we'll see. I guess I had started to say depending on whether or not the medium that I have on my palette here is dry or not by the time I get there, but I'm pretty sure it will be dry. Should have that brush in water, but I'm gonna use it again soon, so yeah, you're dry enough for this, I think. And on this one I'm just going to do the top part, not the bottom. Yeah, and I won't have any left on the palette, so I'll need to bring more out to do that finishing touch on the That's good enough. Okay, leave that to dry. I'm not sure how long it takes for me, that medium, to dry, but if I remember correctly, it does take a while. Okay. Still pretty wet, but I think I'm going to try again to mix this color I want here. So, a little bit of water, a little bit of black, some white, maybe a hint of yellow ochre. Okay, I really shouldn't be using my brush to mix the paint like that, but I do it all the time. Okay, now I need one of the smaller brushes. Where is it? There you are. Okay, let's try this again. Let's use that color I just mixed. Yeah, that's better. That's closer to what I'm after. Brush to cover the whole thing again, but very lightly. And, well, okay, not the whole thing. I'm gonna leave this, most of this dark area here. Whoops. That's okay, I can always come back with some darker, which I intend to do anyway, so. Okay. That's how it looks so far. Show you the lips a little bit. And now I'm going to put a little bit of unbleached titanium into the gray mixture that I was just putting on there. Oh yeah, that's better. I wasn't quite happy with the color I had, so. And a little bit of white. There we go. I think I'm happier with that, but I'm going to put a little bit more of this titanium. A little bit more white. Okay, there. Now I'm gonna do what I just did again with this color. And probably be slightly more generous with it. So I'll be back once I've done this. Okay, I added some portrait pink to that same color, and now I'm just going to dab it in spots like that. And now I'm going to go back to the dark red color and mix it into this gray. And dab that. Okay, now the darker color with some black. For just some spots. sometimes when I come across an area like this, I will probably put some bright red in it and some black and darker color around it. Make some areas darker again. Okay, I think I need to look away from it for a bit, because I keep not being quite satisfied with what I see, but I do see one more thing I want to do. I'll put some more. First I want to put some black. And then back to that light color. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm happy with that or not, so I'm gonna leave it for a bit, except to do this. Not sure if I want to keep it dark like that, or if I want to lighten it up again, or what. Because I do one layer and I think, maybe, like I do dark and then I think, maybe lighter, but then I make it lighter and then I think, maybe I liked it better dark, so I can't make up my mind. So, but my paint's gonna dry and go to waste if I don't do something. I love some of the areas, like this area right here is perfect. And right here is, I love that, but maybe I'm just done for today or something. I don't know. I just don't know. don't really have time to wait a long time.